The moment has arrived. The man is in the building. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Cómo está mi gente? Yo soy tu amigo Zay, and I am here. I got the honor today of being able to sit with the man, Mr. 305 himself, Pitbull.
What's going on, Papo? Always a pleasure.
Definitely.
Always a pleasure to
¿Cómo
see
te
you.
sientes?
Todo muy bien, gracias a Dios, bro.
Full of press.
Press, you know, promoting the new album, Armando, which is in stores right now, and is actually doing great on, #1 on iTunes. It's actually I think it was like number 14 in the general market, so a Spanish album battling in the English side. Para que tú veas cómo están creciendo los latinos allá afuera.
Definitivamente. We got a lot to get to as far as the growth of the Latinos in this country. Armando, it's the new album. It's completely in Spanish. We've been waiting for this one for a long time. How did it come about?
Well, it came about, Armando, the album came about because so many years that I wanted to put out a Spanish album. I was on a label called TVT Records before that wouldn't clear me for certain things, wouldn't really push the projects that I felt the way they needed to be pushed. So I didn't want to give them a Spanish album. As soon as I won a case in 2008, they went bankrupt. And it was actually, TVT Records was actually a great place to be at as far as a team. There was only one person, which was the president of the company. I guess just didn't seem to understand. He fell victim to the biggest diseases in the world, which isn't cancer, which isn't AIDS, it's ignorance and greed. So, once I worked my way out of that situation, I won that case, and I put out Crazy through The Orchard. I put out I Know You Want Me through Ultra Records, and I signed a deal with Sony Latin. I said, we're going to put together a Spanish album. I've been wanting to do it for years. Y gracias a Dios, imagínate tú, para que ustedes vean, everything that we do, you guys may think is real easy, but there's a lot of hard work that goes into this, but I always want to say thank you guys for supporting me. Growing up being, whether it's first generation, second generation, third generation Latin American, I'm a first generation Cuban American. I represent para todos los latinos de afuera, estoy representando, pero we grew up with hip hop, we grew up with freestyle, we grew up with merengue, bachata, salsa, reggaeton. I mean, you put all this, you have mambo violento now, and you have all these movements. When you put them together, you really can't tell us what genre we listen to or who we are. What we are is exactly what we are, meaning as Latins, we come black, white, pink, purple, orange, all shapes and sizes. We're a very diverse culture.
From Patricia.
Yo, qué rico.
Patricia quiere saber, de todos los países que ha visitado hasta hoy, ¿cuál fue el que te impresionó más?
Yo digo que el país que me ha impresionado más viene siendo un país que se llama Camboya. Yo fui para Camboya y esa gente no habla en inglés, no habla en español, pero lo que me enseñó es el poder de la música, que de verdad, si tienes una música buena que la gente puede disfrutar, y si tú crees que en tu país tú vives mal o la gente de Latinoamérica creen que viven mal, porque sí hay unas partes muy pobres, allá viven súper mal. Pero la gente se divierten, son buena gente y con cualquier cosa que te pueden ayudar, te van a ayudar.
Dulce quiere saber, ¿cómo si prefieres a las chicas rubias o morenas, ojos de color claros, piel morena o piel clara?
Mi madre.
Descríbenos a tu mujer ideal.
Mira, mi mujer ideal, Dulce, viene siendo una mujer de, no importa el color, el pelo, lo que sea, sí me encantan las mulatas. Y una mulata con ojos claros, olvídate. Pero mi mujer ideal es una mujer que es sexy, pero classy a la misma vez. Poderosa, unas par de medias puestas, unos tacones ricos, un outfit maybe de negocio, como la mujer esta de Coral Gable y de Brico, downtown. Tú sabes que tiene el pelo recogido maybe, pero lo suelta rápido cuando es, tú sabes, su tiempo.
Con los lentes.
No, como no. Pero sí lo que me gusta, y te puedo decir, es que me encantan las mujeres latinas.
Eso.
Ya tú sabes.
Did you vote yesterday?
To be honest with you, I didn't get a chance to get out there, man. The album dropped yesterday, had a gang of press.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I rolled with my voter's registration for that reason right there.
You do roll with it, just in case you had a minute and it was across the street.
Yeah, man, I got it right here with me,
Enseña.
I do got it with me right here. I always roll with it. Imagínate.
Dade County representative.
Yeah, so I got the Miami-Dade card right there.
No, don't show it too close, though. We'll go ahead and
No, it's cool. I'm not at that address. No.
Oh, okay. But there it is. That's the voter registration card right there. You know what I mean?
So I didn't get a chance to get out. I'd be lying if I did.
I mean, Latinos are getting elected to major offices right now for the first time.
What we're watching right now happening is history. You know, and as far as in the numbers that we're growing in and the things that we're doing, not only on the entertainment side, on the political side, on all fronts of the United States of America, it goes to show you that everything is changing. The face of America is changing. Yeah. And either they're going to change with us or they're just going to have to watch the change.
Exactly. Or they could stand by the sidelines.
Yeah, it had to be politically correct.
Yeah, no question.
Because since we're speaking politics.
We're talking about politics. You need to be correct on that. Absolutely. And you were very vocal not that long ago, obviously, about the immigration situation here in the States. More specifically, the immigration situation in Arizona. A lot of artists ended up boycotting shows in Arizona and going to Arizona for festivals or personal shows or tours or any of that stuff. How do you feel that those boycotts are going to continue going forward as of even now, or do you think that sooner or later people will start kind of letting up on it and giving them another chance to rescind?
As far as everything that went down in Arizona, I just felt that it was bigger than Pitbull, bigger than music. It was about human rights, especially when you're in a country that stands by freedom, opportunity, you know, the land of opportunity.
Claro.
¿Tú me entiendes? And when it's contradicting towards the Constitution, you know, it's kind of like, what are we standing for? What is the United States of America? Well, first of all, why don't we just look at the United States of America? Listen to that, United States of America. So it's people that have come from all walks of life, all around the world to make this the United States of America. Since I canceled, I went back to Phoenix to do a show out there to get people involved to vote for this election on the 2nd. And I went back out there because even though we didn't, the law didn't, how should I put it? We fought for the law not to pass.
Sure.
Okay? It still got modified to the point where we made so much noise, you know, me, Cypress Hill, Gloria, Emilio, and et cetera, that stood up and showed the power of the voice de todos los latinos allá afuera, that they can no longer just pull over a car and say, well, you look like an immigrant, I need your papers, and then send you out. Exactly. So that's a step in the right direction. That's the reason that I went back out to Phoenix, to let them know that, hey, you see what happens when we stand up and when we let them know that we have rights to fight for and we have dreams that we want to proceed and we want to live in the United States. We all want to live the American dream. I'm a prime example of the American dream. So that's the reason that I went back out there, just to give them more hope, more life, and let them know we're moving in the right direction.
¿Cuál ha sido la que más te ha gustado?
De todas las colaboraciones mías, mira, de todo el mundo que yo he trabajado con ellos, yo he aprendido tanto. Yo veo por qué la gente tiene unas carreras tan largas, porque son humildes, gente simple, pero de verdad estaba muy impresionado con Shakira. Cuando yo trabajé con Shakira y yo vi qué profesional es ella, cómo ella siempre está mirando a ver cuál es la música que quiere, cómo lo quiere hacer, cómo es una persona muy escuchando todos los sonidos, los ritmos diferentes. Y más que nada, humilde, simple, donde se fue conmigo a bailar con sus amigas, fuimos para una discoteca hasta como las 2 o 3 de la mañana, de ahí a comer un pan con bistec en la pequeña Habana, en la Fly y la 12. Yo dije, no, esta mujer, olvídate, es lo máximo. Soy Shakira, muchas gracias por la oportunidad y muchas gracias por la lectura, que ella habló conmigo, pero no tratando de enseñarme algo, pero me enseñó algo sin hablar. Gracias.
Pitbull, ¿a los cuántos años te dedicaste a cantar hip hop?
Yo creo que viene siendo, yo empecé en hip hop cantando como a los 15 años, profesionalmente a los 18. So, a los 15 yo estaba en todos los high schools, yo fui a muchos high schools, yo fui a Coral Park, South Miami, South Ridge, Coral Gables, y esos high schools solamente. So, imagínate, yo fui a muchas escuelas en Miami, pero empecé en high school rapeando y era de fiesta, discoteca, en las cuadras de Miami, diferentes barrios de Miami, y así empezó el nombre de Pitbull en la industria.
In the Chitlin Circuit.
En el Chitlin Circuit. No, lo que dijo el tipo.
Okay.
Below the Mason-Dixon.
Leo de Colombia quiere saber, Pitbull, ¿cuándo vendrás en una gira por Colombia?
Bueno, tenemos algo ahora planeado para ir para Colombia. Imagínense, yo sé que las mujeres están ahí riquísimas, lindísimas, buenísimas, y lo más bellos o bellas, digo, mujeres del mundo. So I'm very excited. Estoy muy emocionado para ir para Colombia. So por favor que me tengan todas las colombianas más ricas esperándome.
Line them up.
Ok, por favor. Dale.
Jess, ¿te gusta que te consideren un role model?
Sí, como no. I love everybody to think of me as a role model because I am a role model at the end of the day. And I think I'm a perfect role model because I'm someone that came from a lot of negativity in life. I came from nothing, made something, and I think people can relate to that. Therefore, no one in life is perfect. Everybody's going to make mistakes. Question is, do you learn from them? Mm-hmm. And the way I see life and the reason that I think people get caught up in what other people think, and I can really care about what other people think, to be honest with you. I care about just whatever makes me happy, as long as I'm being a good person doing that. And when you're a baby and you're trying to walk, ¿verdad? And you fall down, the people are next to you going, oh, mira qué lindo. Trato de caminar. Párate, Menganito, párate, Juanito. Párate, Pepito. Oh, qué lindo, qué lindo, qué lindo, ¿verdad? Right. Well, what happens when you're grown up and you try to be a lawyer, you try to be a doctor, you try to be an artist, you try to be an actor, you try to be something that you want to be, and the minute you fall, people instead of going, oh, ay, Menganita, dale, párate, yo, no te preocupes, que todo va a estar bien. They don't do that no more. No. What do they say? I knew you weren't going to make it. I told you you shouldn't have gone to school for that. I told you you should have went off and got a job. I told you you should have done this. So to everybody out there, I'm a role model telling you that you can be whatever you want in life and think just like that baby. Meaning the minute you fall, don't worry, baby, get back up. Keep walking. And pretty soon what happens is you go from falling to walking, from walking to running, from running to skipping, and from skipping to jumping.
There it is.
And that's where it's at. So yes, I love being a role model, and I hope you guys learn from me.